You know, I'm really excited. We're getting ready to take our first trip to view real estate, putting us in a position where we as investors can take advantage when the economy adjusts. Some people say it might even crash, but I tell you what, whatever's going to happen, we're going to be at the right place at the right time, taking advantage of it. Because as investors, that's what we do. We have the vision and the focus to make things happen. So what we're going to do is just say hello to everyone as they get onto the bus. Come on over. So are you excited?
Oh, I am super excited!
Tell folks why you're excited.
I'm excited because we get ready to go make some millionaire money moves!
Barry? So you excited, Barry?
Excited, Mr. C.
Why are you excited?
This is a dream come true, and going up into areas to explore some opportunities with my family that's here.
All right. So you excited?
Yes, I am excited.
Why are you excited?
I'm excited because it's new opportunities, new growth, and wealth building.
There you go. So you excited?
Very excited. It's a wealth day, a prosperous day, it's just an abundance day, and I'm excited about buying the block.
You excited?
I'm very excited, very.
Why are you excited?
Well, this is a very new experience, and it's an opportunity to grow with this company and see all that I can see and be all that I can be.
Excellent. Well said. Well said. You excited?
I'm definitely excited.
Why are you excited?
Well, because I am the youngest in this group, and I get to go see properties, and that's something that a lot of young people my age won't be able to do.
Absolutely. Well said. So are you excited?
Yes.
Why are you excited?
New day, new beginnings.
New day, new beginnings. I like that. Awesome. So are you excited?
Yes, I am. I'm so excited to be a part of the MVET Way CEMN team, and I'm going to look at properties. Super excited. I had a headache this morning. That's how excited I am.
There you go. So are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm glad that I made it on the trip. I'm excited to be able to go and see property. This is my first time ever seeing like real estate property, so I'm really excited about that.
So are you excited?
I am super excited here from Maryland, D.C., MVET family. Hopefully I'll see you on the next trip. I'm super excited.
Awesome. So you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm all the way from Gardena, California. I'm excited about my new journey and the road that God has me on to becoming even more prosperous with the MVET Way Family CEMN Community Empowerment Movement Network. Woo-woo!
Awesome. So are you excited?
I'm always excited, Mr. C. Anytime you can have a group like this that works on their mind and their vision, I'm always looking for the future and always looking to be the first, and not the first, but going forward in the future to prepare themselves for their finances. It's always exciting.
Awesome. So are you excited?
Mr. C, you know I'm excited, brother. We started this journey many moons ago, and it's coming to fruition. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you're at the next event. We'll see you on the top.
Millionaire money moves. Today is happening, going down, making history with the MVET team.
This is our first stop. We're here at Spring Valley Lake. As you see, we're getting off the bus right now.
Alrighty, our first stop is going to be a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo that's not on the market yet. It's currently listed. She's going to list it for $215,000. I'm going to go in and we'll talk about the numbers and how this is an excellent community for either a retirement situation or a starter home. Alrighty, this particular property here, they're cleaning it up right now. I was able to get us in before it went to market. Most of these properties here are going anywhere between $225,000 to $250,000 for the 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom on the condos over here. But right now, this property, she's going to list at $215,000, and I have on good authority that she'll take $200,000 on it. So this will be a really good property because you'll come into it with instant equity. So that's it. So I'm just holding on to my. Yeah. Alrighty. So. Let's go ahead, everybody, let's go ahead and look around. So like I said, they're still cleaning and everything here. A lot of people prefer this to buying a house over here because the houses are really similarly priced. But a lot of people prefer this instead of a house just because they don't want the upkeep. So if you don't want the upkeep or lower maintenance, these are only 2 condos that's in this facility in the area with Spring Valley Lake. So, and if you bought it as an investment property, these are renting for somewhere around between $1,500 and $1,700 a month. And your payment on this, if you bought it as a primary, will only be about $1,200 a month. So it's a good investment property, or it's good, like I said, if you want something with low maintenance and be in a nice area. And you're right across the street from the lake. All right, let's go, everybody. All right, so right now, this is the second property we're looking at. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house here in Spring Valley Lake. The square footage is about 1,600 square feet. And right now, they have it listed at $270,000, but I have a good authority that we can get it for $260,000. So we'll talk about that inside. All right, let's go in. Ton of lizards out here.
See babies.
So right now, like I said, this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and right now they have it listed at $270,000, but I know they'll let it go for $260,000. Huh? They have it listed at $270,000, but he'll take $260,000. Absolutely. This is a little bit over 1,600 square feet.
Cam.
One says 1617 to be exact.
In Los Angeles, how much would this property be worth there?
In Los Angeles, this house is easily a $700,000 house. Alrighty, now this house is actually a lakefront house. This house is 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 3,200 square feet. Let's go see it. Now, for everybody who was with us at the last property, that property in Los Angeles would go for somewhere around $650,000 to $700,000. For $650,000, this is what you get out here in the beautiful Spring Valley Lake. This is a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom house on the lake where you have a slip, so you can park your boat on the back of your home. You're right here on the lake. It's 3,200 square feet. So we'll just take a look around to see the property.
How much would this property be in Los Angeles?
A few million. This, right, but this whole area is called Spring Valley Lake. Alrighty, so now we're in the township of Apple Valley, where we're going to look at some different units. This one we're going into right now is a fourplex. A lot of time when looking at units, those are occupied already with the tenant, so we can't go inside, but we'll look around and I'll talk a little bit about it. Absolutely. So this is a fourplex. And the other place, just because we was running out of time, so I skipped it. Is, this is going for $450,000, and you could probably get a little bit less than that. Okay. And right now, these are 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. They each have their own garage and have hookups. So rent-wise, absolutely. Rent-wise, they're going from anywhere between $1,000 and $1,200. Yeah, I'll do it. That's fine. That's fine. Absolutely. So right now, we're in the city of Apple Valley off of Thunderbird Road. This is a fourplex right now that's being sold for $450,000. So right now, you can do a couple of different things. If you wanted to buy this as an owner-occupied property where you live in one and rent out the others, the rents on these places on 2-bedroom, 2 baths are going from anywhere between $1,000 to $1,200 a month over here. So that's if you lived in one, that's $3,600 a month in income you'll have over here. And depending on what product that you do to buy the property, your payments would be right around $3,000 a month. So you could live in one and have a $600 profit every month. So, and the point of that is this: units is the way to go. I know some of you guys heard me speak before. If you're really looking to amass wealth, buy units. And if you're doing that as an owner-occupied, for example, you could buy this with your VA 100%. Live in one and have them pay, and your payment would be even lower. So you could live in one, have the other 3 people pay for where you're living, so that you can use that money to either invest somewhere else for your savings, and you're still going to make a profit on top of that. So units are the way to go. I just want to show you a couple of units and the difference. So it's a little step back as far as if you're buying a residential home, because the units are a little bit smaller. But for your overall financial stability and for your future, if you buy units, 10 years down the line, you'll buy that 650 house cash. So it's about working smarter, not harder. So sometimes, like I said, if I had to do everything all over again, I would just buy units versus buying a house. Because yeah, granted, the house over there was nicer, but think about it. For that house would cost you money versus you could buy this and have it make you money. It's an asset, and that thing is an appreciating asset. So there's so many different ways to look at it, whether it's being owner-occupied or whether you do it truly as an investment. But this is just a couple of units that we'll look at, but I wanted to show you this fourplex here. Now, I don't want to disturb the tenants, so we'll just kind of look in and see. I'm not worried about being loud and stuff. They used to over here, but just, it looks like we can just kind of walk straight through. Right. So that's what I was saying as far as area-wise. Over there where we're at, nicer area, where we just came from. Nicer area, oh good, he parked right there. It's a nicer area and everything, but it's really about what you want to do. You want to make some money, or do you want a comfortable place to live? Alrighty, so this is a 6-unit property. And we're going to go over, these are all 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and we'll go over the numbers here in a second. Alrighty, so this property here is this is a 6-unit property. This property, again, all the units are 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And again, they're rendering anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200 a month for these. It's 6 units. Now this property is $630,000 is the asking price. Now I just want you to keep in mind, this is $630,000. The house we looked at on the lake was $650,000. So they're comparable homes. So you just have to look at what's the best for you. If you're looking as an investment, you're going to get at least $6,000 a month in income from this. So even if your payment's $4,500 after your down payment is $4,500 a month, you're getting $1,500 a month That's net. So that's after you pay your mortgage and the insurance and everything else. So this makes sense. And that's the numbers if you live in one. You live in one because you get $1,200 a month. You're 12 times 5 is 6,000. So this makes sense. Like, so you can live in a big, beautiful home over there where you're paying $4,500 a month and nothing's coming back at you. You can live here, they can pay your note, bring it all the way down, and you still get $1,500 a month. It's your mindset. It depends on what you want to do. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys what $650 will get you in buying a nice home out here versus you can use $650 and you can make some nice money out here. It's whatever you want to do. I want to, Alfred, if you could talk a little bit about what you said as far as with managing properties.
It's just basically you have to look at whether or not you want, as you start buying rental properties, you want to figure out whether or not you're the right person to manage that property, because there's a lot that goes along with it. And that's what's going to keep up your value of your property. If you are easily, irritated, if you're confrontational about your money, you want to hire somebody. And it sounds funny, but it can cost you a lot of money just by you walking up to that door and what verbiage comes out of your mouth, it can cost you a lot of money. They'll sue you. So you have to make sure you do the right evictions. You have to make sure the statements that you make to the tenant, you can legally say. Make sure that it's not something that's discriminatory. So that's why it's really important as you start. It's good to manage your property short term to see what it's like, but management is anywhere from 6% to 10% of the monthly collected rent.
Exactly.
So basically that's something that you guys really want to consider, because as you build your portfolio, you want to focus on generating income and generating new properties, as opposed to worrying about who's paying rent, what issues you have. And all that good stuff. Your property manager is going to look at this property and look at some deferred maintenance. So you're going to look at the trim, you're going to look at all that stuff. That's their job to tell you, hey, it's about time to paint this. It's about time to fix the screens, all that good stuff. So you guys want to hire, when you're hiring a property manager, make sure you guys are hiring somebody that knows what they're doing, and they do it basically full time. The company does it full time so that you can get the best tenants in there. Because he says the rent is approximately $1,000 a month. But if it's managed properly, you can drive that rent up. You can drive it up by taking care of the property and attending to the issues that come up.
Absolutely, and that's one thing I love about this area. And the one thing I like about units also, as you fix, it's not like a regular home. As you put money and fix up your property, it directly increases the value of your property, because you can increase the rents, therefore it increases the value. It's not like a single family homes. You can put a whole new kitchen, do all this stuff in your house, spend $100,000. It's still based on the comparables of what the next house is selling for. Units are different. If you fix this place up, you charge more rent, the value goes up. You created your own equity in your home. You didn't have to wait for the market. You did it yourself. So units, is so many different keys to units. And again, we'll go over that tomorrow and break it down to numbers and how we can really amass wealth by buying units. Thank you. Alrighty, so this property here is a very unique property. It's a good investment out here. These are 2 triplexes, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth as far as why this is a very unique property and why it's a good property to buy as an investment. But like I said, that's a good property manager. She makes sure everything stays intact. So I actually like her. To any effect, this is a very unique property, and here's the reason why. There's actually 6 units here. But within these 6 units, there's 2 triplexes. So the reason that's important, residential property is only 1 to 4 units. So you can buy it a couple of different ways. Like Alethea can get together with Maurice, and they both have VA loans. They can invest and buy this loan 100% financing. Maurice lives in one and she lives in the other. And they could, in one unit and she lives in the other unit. The reason this is unique, it has a pool right in the middle. It's harder for him to sell that property. Now we just saw another 6 unit going, it's about the same square footage. That's going for $630, and they'll sell about $630. Right now he wants $275 for each of these units. I think he will actually end up taking about $500,000 for both. So you'll save over $100,000 if you can understand the financing, do creative financing, so you can deal with the pool that's in the middle. Because if two people bought those separately, they wouldn't be able, they'll have an issue with the pool. It's title restrictions. But if you can get around the title restrictions, you're fine. And that's the importance of having a good lender, or having someone who knows to get around certain situations. Because this property here, trying to get in and save about $100,000 what that true value on this is. Because it really should be going for somewhere, each triplex should be a little bit over $300,000, and try to get them for right around $250 each.